Joining us on the line from Philadelphia, we have the Drexel Dragons, Bailey Greenberg, and head coach Denise Dillon. 10-game winning streak, coach. Just one of just 15 teams in the nation with a win streak of 10 games or longer. What have been the keys to this recent success?
I think consistency, just finding a way to work together on both ends of the floor, but most importantly on the defensive end, just knowing what our opponent is looking to do, gearing towards some tendencies, and just sticking together, finding a way to get the job done with doing all the little things.
And Bailey, especially this being your senior season, how much fun has this been, so far, especially these past few weeks?
Yeah, it's been really fun. It's really exciting to see my teammates' hard work pay off. Kishana and Kate have been hitting some huge shots recently, and they've worked so hard this summer, and so has everyone else. So it's really nice to see it finally showing.
And Bailey, you actually stole my next question, and then this was for you, Coach. Kishana Washington it's been lights out off the bench recently. Just talk about her contributions.
Well, as Bailey just said, we're really excited for Kishana just doing what she's capable of doing. I think bringing her off the bench has really helped because it gives her a chance to see what's happening out on the floor, understanding what we're looking for her to do. We want Key to get as many shots as possible. And sometimes, you start the game and we go back to early in the season. I think she was overthinking it and, looking to Bailey so often, as many of our players do, but now it's opened the floor up a little with having Key coming in, giving us that scoring threat that she is. So it's great to see her becoming comfortable within her role and really contributing to our success for sure.
She's sick. It's awesome.
That's awesome. And Bailey, of course, you put up your numbers as well. Another double-double for you recently, and now you've gone to number 5 in the all-time scoring list, and with names like, of course, Gabriella Marginian, Camille Nasaskite, Holly Mershon, just the recent players as of late. What does it mean to you to see your name up with players with that caliber?
Yeah, it's a really cool thing. There's been really great players who have played for Denise and even before that. And it's really nice to be recognized with them, but none of it would have happened without my coaches, my teammates, and my family.
And Coach, I've been around and saw all those players play as well under your leadership. How do you stack Bailey? Is there a comparison to her that you can look back on with those players that she's being mentioned with right now?
Well, I think what Bailey does is a little bit of everything, of what each of those players did. I mean, Gabby was so strong around the basket. Camille was a great shooter. And Holly could shoot and attack the basket. Bailey does all of that for us. And then you talk about the rebounding as well. So it's not just her scoring out of the sets or the transition. It's off offensive rebounds. She just is willing to do whatever it takes, and her efficiency is what has helped her climb into those ranks. Just the percentage. I think Gabby was one of the best with the shooting percentage and the free throw percentage, and you see that players who make shots, are consistent in what they do, certainly are rewarded for the numbers, and that's definitely where Bailey stands. Just gives us a little bit of everything on the court, and that's what has been the best thing to watch in her progression as a player. Coming in as a player who was comfortable attacking short range and playing with her back to the basket, but she knew the importance and working with Amy Mallon on a regular basis of just extending her range, wanting to be a better shooter, wanting to be a better foul shooter as well. That's just something she brought from day one, and just worked tirelessly to make that happen for us to be successful.
And talking about all the offensive numbers recently, we got to talk a little defense, Coach, and your defense has been superb during this 10-game winning streak, allowing 55.3 points per game. Just how do you attribute, your teams have always been known for defense, but especially right now, where do you contribute all the success you've had on defense?
That's our identity. No matter what's happening year in and year out, we always go back to playing defense and competing. You're always going to give yourself a chance to win games or compete in any game if you're committed to the defensive end. And again, you saw Bailey named to the all-defensive team last year. You see what Hannah Nihill is capable of doing, her on-ball pressure. So they dictate the defense for us, and it becomes contagious. You know, all the other players have bought into that as well. So it's it has to be a team identity for you to really be good on both ends of the floor. But on the defensive end, you commit to it, you work hard, good things will happen.
And Bailey, you've been part of so many winning teams here at Drexel, 3 consecutive 20-win seasons, and looking at a 4th here on the horizon, possibly. What is the difference between maybe this team and maybe the previous 3 years?
I think this team, what I've noticed is we're very well-rounded. And scoring-wise, I think we're distributing out, which is like perfect timing to set everything up, because if everyone can score on the court, it's really hard to guard. And then again, back to our defense, everyone's really buying in. We listen to our defensive scheme before each and try to take away our opponent's tendencies. And it's been working for us so far, so keep it up. And also the group of girls, like each year I've loved everyone on the team, but like it's been really fun this year. Everyone really likes each other, and we get along really well off the court as well. So it's always nice.
Yes, it is. And Coach, obviously, with a 10-game winning streak, Coach is always looking to improve throughout the year, and you want to be playing your best basketball here as we are in February, getting close to that conference tournament. Where do you see this team that maybe some improvements that need to be made? I know that's hard to say when you're on a winning streak like this.
Yeah, I would say continuing to focus on our rebounding. You know, that's something this group is aware of. It's not our strength, so you always want to turn some weaknesses into a strength. So it is a focus of ours. So continuing on both ends of the floor, just stepping it up on the rebounding end. And just as Bailey said, with everyone being a contributor, you know, we play a continuity offense. We have that 5-out set, and we need everyone to be a threat, everyone to be an option, and doing what they're capable of, and not overthinking it. And be all right, be a risk taker, and we can make up for it in some other areas. So just getting that mentality, working towards that is something you do from the beginning of the year on, but we want to make sure at this time of the season everyone is at their best mentally, so we can show we're capable of physically.
Wrapping up here with the Drexel Dragons, Bailey Greenberg and head coach Denise Dillon. Bailey, senior season, you've accomplished so much. How much are you just trying to enjoy the moments as well right now as we get into the later part of the season?
Yeah, it's weird when I think about it. I think like all I miss most is like definitely just being part of the team with like our coaching staff are amazing. So it makes me really upset, but yeah, we're going to make the most of it. Everyone's on board. We all want the same thing, and we're doing really well right now. It's going to keep rolling. So.
And, Coach, we'll wrap up with a quick look at your rivals right down the street. Delaware, you play. They're starting to catch a little momentum here. They're your next opponent. Just a quick preview on them and talk about that matchup a little bit as you guys get ready for Sunday.
Yeah, well, as you said, they're playing their best basketball right now. So it's always a battle against Delaware. One thing we know this week, we don't have to get the team fired up for the rivalry. So it will come down to
the execution, game of possessions, and at the end, you hope that you have that last possession to show what you can do. So we've got some work to do this week. As we mentioned early in the interview, things we need to improve on, and do just that in the next few practices for a big game on Sunday. They also have the best ice cream.
Well, I'm going to have to get some next time I'm there. So.
Oh, you have to.
Absolutely. Well, Bailey, Coach Dillon, thank you so much for your time today. Good luck this weekend and the rest of the season.
Thank you.